Hi, this is Eva for Once Upon a Timeline, and today I'm going to discuss how long can you hold your breath? What do you remember as the record for breath holding? Okay, so I was perusing the internet recently, and I saw this little article on sea nomads, first known humans genetically adapted to diving. So since there's been a lot of weird genetic stuff lately, I immediately had to click on this. And the storyline is that for hundreds of years, the Bajau have lived at sea, and natural selection may have made them genetically stronger divers. So the storyline is that they have 50% larger spleens than other people in their area, and that somehow the spleen issue helps you to be more adapted to diving. So they're saying that the spleen pumps out oxygen-rich blood. Now, a while back, I had researched spleen removal, and at that time, maybe 10 years ago, the only thing I could see that spleens did was store blood, so that if you had an accident, then you would lose a lot of blood, and the spleen would have stored blood and could replenish it. So they said if you have your spleen removed, the only danger is if you had an accident that you lost a lot of blood. Otherwise, you didn't need your spleen at all. So now the story is that it actually can pump out oxygen-rich blood in a case when you're low on oxygen, which I think is interesting. And another thing that they said here that I noticed was the Baiju takes free diving to the extreme, staying underwater for as long as 13 minutes at depths of 200 feet. So that originally caught my attention because, believe it or not, way back, I remember the breath holding record being only about 3 minutes and a bit. And I tried to emulate it, and of course I couldn't, but it seemed doable, like 3 minutes and some. I'm like, okay, I can see that people could do that. So now these guys are doing it for 13 minutes and at depth. That really caught my attention. So what is the record for holding the breath? I mean, what do you think it is now? So I jump over here, and the current record is a whopping 22 minutes and 22 seconds for breath holding, which kind of blew me away. I mean, I had heard about this free diving stuff, but I never occurred to me that it would be that long. So I was kind of looking into the free diving, and they were talking about some weird methods that they're using to hold the breath. And one of them was this thing called buccal pumping. Let's see, lung capacity can vary considerably from person to person. The average lung capacity is 4 liters for women and 6 for men. But then they do this weird thing where they buccal pumping involves taking the deepest breath possible, then using oral and pharyngeal muscles along with the glottis to hold the throat shut while shunting air cheekfuls at a time from the mouth down into the lungs. It's been said that by repeating this pumping movement up to 50 times, a diver can increase his total lung capacity by as much as 3 liters. So I guess they're somehow like stuffing more air into the lungs now. Another technique was hyperventilating. And then another one was breathing pure oxygen for a half hour. Now, it wasn't that long ago where I was reading that pure oxygen would kill you quite quickly. The storyline currently is that you could get away with it for quite some time before causing permanent damage. So that storyline has also changed a little bit. Anyway, so seems like our capacities have improved a little bit in the recent years, and you can now hold your breath a lot longer. This is Eva signing off for Once Upon a Timeline.